I'm explaining the idea of why interest only is preferential for clients to take over capital and repayment. And I think it's worth just thinking this through. If a client has 100,000 to invest, and let's say, for the sake of argument, they're buying 4 buy-to-let properties, then let's say they're putting 25,000 in for each property. I'm not talking about stamp duty or all the other costs involved, but let's say 4 properties, 25,000 each, and then they're going to have 75,000 mortgage on each of those properties at 75% yield. They're going to have 4 mortgages and 4 mortgage payments. Equally, they're going to have 4 rents coming in. But an investor or buy-to-let client wants to grow the portfolio, so they're not that interested in staying necessarily at 4 properties. They want to enhance maybe on the 5th property, 6th, or when they come into extra capital, if they've sold an asset or something like that. So a buy-to-let investor will usually always opt for interest only because it's keeping their cash flow at the ultimate minimum to repay the bank. That means when the rent comes in for the 4 mortgages, they only have to deduct the interest payment, and any extra from the rent can be siphoned off and build up a little bit of a reserve. Now, that's very useful, and I'll explain why. If a tenant leaves or there's a rental void period for that landlord, then that extra buffer can be very useful and can come in to cover that deficit, etc.